I got these tulip poplars that'll be milled pretty soon. But I was reading about tulip poplar. One of its pluses and minuses is it dries really, really fast. So I figured it's been a week or so since I cut these, and I should probably seal the end grain. So I just used latex paint, old latex paint that I get off the Oops shelf or have laying around, and just roll it on. Okay, so whoever told me that poplar dries really fast, look at these checks already. All in the cord. I cut these down 6 days ago and they're already checking. So now I know. These are nice logs too. I'm glad I'm doing this though. I almost didn't do it today. So what do you guys use? Comment below what you've used in the past for coating log ends. Just went to fire up the Bobcat and I got a dead battery. Grab our jumper cables. See if we can jump this thing. Gotta do about 100 more of those. I need a hat. Okay, we finally got the Bobcat started. We'll try to get it out of here so we can move this firewood around and pick up some logs for the sawmill. move some stuff around here. We got some firewood to get out of here, and I'm gonna have to cover up those big ruts later, but I'll show you how hard it is to switch the bucket. Okay, so you guys might be noticing I'm cutting sort of a little bit different than you typically would for like firewood. What I'm doing is cutting 4 different types. So I have my large logs that I'm going to mill into slabs and timber. Those I'm cutting at a certain length that I need for timber frame or for 2x6s, 2x8s, dimensional lumber style. So that's my biggest one. My second cut is typically going to be firewood because it's going to be too small to cut on the mill for dimensional. With the exception of some of the pieces that are about 4x4 size, I'll leave that in 8-foot or 10-foot length, and then I can cut 4x4s. After that, it's going to be firewood, and then past that, anything that's 2 to 3 inches, I'll cut a 3 to 4 foot spindle, basically. I'm going to save those up, let them dry, and then I can make handrail spindles out of them for like timber frame staircases. The final stuff is just firewood, or not even firewood, just bonfire branches and leaves. Those go into the side-by-side, we dump them on the fire pit. So that's kind of my approach. It gets the most out of the logs. It also depends how straight the tree is, so if it has a hook in it and it can't be used for like a 10-foot 4x4 or even 6x6, then I'll cut that in half, and then that'll probably just end up being firewood too. So yeah, that's getting the most of the log. It's a little bit more tedious than just bucking, but I got more than enough firewood, so I'm not super concerned about that. So I'm gonna load up this load of branches and stuff. And we'll dump them in the fire pit. It's a lot of work. I only took down 5 trees, and that's a lot to process the way I want to be. So now a little story. When we were cutting, or when we were digging that first round of dirt in the last video, I was all keen set on like, all right, we're gonna cut down trees together. And my buddy who was with me is like, dude, no, like, trees are the enemy for our time right now. We have, you know, one day with these machines. He's like, we're gonna cut them, pick them up with the grapple and move them out of the way and just keep going. And that was totally the right call, because trees, it's like, they just take time. And when you have a machine for a day, like, you shouldn't be cutting down trees. Especially, I have like a bobcat. I could be you know, using that to move these trees around before, which is what I'm trying to do now. We got a big dig day coming up in about 2 weeks, and I'm trying to get as many trees down as we can when the excavators are here, so they can dig the stumps. And we're not limited by, like, you know, when you take a tree down, you got to move all the machines because you don't want them to fall on them, and it's just like a time suck. So when the machines are here, we're digging. When the machines aren't here, I'm cutting. So firewood, spindles, and slabs, and the big timber. And this stuff's pretty straight. I think one's a poplar tree. I'm not sure what the other one is. And then I did take down a white oak over there, which there's another big one over there too, and I'm like, I don't want to take them down, but I have to. I love trees. I like hate doing this, but it's necessary. So that's why I'm pretty adamant about making sure I utilize all of the tree, every part of it, because, you know, these trees, the poplar ones, people argue they do pop up really quick and grow really quick, but relatively speaking, like, I might not see these trees back in my lifetime, you know, these big of trees, and they're tall and straight. So yeah, that's my little rant. If any of you are concerned about me taking down so many trees, just know that, yeah, some are dead, some are alive, but they got to come down. They got to come down so I can build the shop, and I'm getting 100% out of the tree. It's kind of like when you kill a deer, you know, you don't want any of that to go to waste. You use all the parts of it, the skin, the meat, heart. So that's what I'm doing with these trees. That's my little rant. All right, well, I'm out of gas, and it's probably going to get dark in an hour. I'm going to see if I want to refill the chainsaw again and take down a couple more, or start picking up some of this stuff. Get the skid steer up here, so let's do it. Well, as you can see, it's looking a lot better. Pretty happy with that. Now I just got to clean all this stuff up, so I'm about to light a fire, and I wait till it gets dark to clean it up, because you maximize your daylight for all those cuts. And the word I was searching for before was sustainable. So this is sustainable timber falling. I'm using every portion of the log, and I am burning the ends, but what can you do with brush, you know? Some people just cut down the whole tree and burn the whole log. We're not doing that here. So yeah, sustainable. Got the trusty Ranger there. That saw, don't really like it actually. All right, cool. Let's make a fire.